Hi, welcome to another episode of What's Up with Climate Change. I'm your host, Akif Afik, and today we'll be talking Brunei, our neighbor. Let's head over to my team, who'll be covering on climate change impacts and strategies of Borneo's crown jewel. Look over there!
Alright, thank you Akif. My name is Lukman Hakim, and today I'm going to explain about some of the conception and introduction regarding both Brunei and climate change. So basically, Brunei is a low-lying terrain country located in Southeast Asia and has a very high dependency on the fossil fuels as it is both major exporter and importer. Although Brunei has a very low global carbon emissions at only 0.025%, well, globally, but it also has a very high carbon emission per capita, in which at 16 ton per person rather than 4 ton per person in, for example, Malaysia. So, although Brunei is both signatory at UNFCCC and also Kyoto Protocol, but there are not many radical changes and policy has been taken in order to combat the climate change problem in Brunei. However, after the launching of Wawasan Brunei 2035 that include several policies that include several aspects that need to be changed, including health, biodiversity, flood and coastal protection, there has been a few and several policy and strategies that Brunei has implemented and executed in combating climate change issues, in which the government has also been incentivized to protect the environment even more due to the certain climate change induced health risks that has been imposed and also affected by the people, including exposure to sea level rise, the rise of infectious and vector-borne diseases, and heat-related mortality. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, I would pass the baton back to my friend Hifzan to explain even more in details regarding the policy implementation and strategies that the Brunei government has taken in combating climate change issues. With that, thank you.
So next we'll be moving on to the strategies, and we have two. Firstly, the green protocol, or what they call it as Protocol Hijau. So Protocol Hijau outlines the steps that needs to be implemented in such a way that the government could be the best example to achieve the national target set out by the Brunei Darussalam National Climate Change Policy. Did you know that the government sector contribute around 23% of total greenhouse gases emissions and electricity consumption, which can go as high as much as a quarter of the whole emission in the first place. And so the Protocol Hijau actually helps to ensure by 2030 this can be reduced to greater amount. And we also have the Brunei Darussalam National Climate Change Policy, which outline 10 different strategies from reducing emissions industrially and also for the household onto every single aspect of the public and private sector in Brunei.
So, what does this say about Brunei? Well, it is a small country, heavily reliant on fossil fuel as an economic source. But it is also committed to sustainable development through eco-friendly policies and practices, and so should you. What can the community do? How do we take actions that are feasible, effective, and conforms to principles of justice, as recommended by IPCC AR6 report? Well, one solution that I can offer you is eco-friendly waste management. It is important for us to embrace the national recycling campaigns, especially in Brunei, where they aim to reduce waste to 1 kilogram per person. Another solution is, well, everything starts from the cradle. The inclusion of green education, public awareness campaigns, these are all vital in convincing the public on the importance of climate change mitigation and adaptation. And these solutions are all in accordance with Brunei's National Climate Change Policy. That concludes our episode today. Final words, go green and stay clean. Thanks for watching.